What if I told you that millennials are not lazy, not entitled, and not confused, but are actually the most psychologically adaptive generation in history, shaped by chaos, uncertainty, and constant change in ways no previous generation has ever experienced? Millennials, typically born between 1981 and 1996, grew up in a unique psychological environment where analog childhoods collided with digital adulthoods, forcing them to constantly adapt to rapid technological, economic, and social transformations. They are the first generation to experience both a world without the internet and a world completely dominated by it. Millennials were raised with a powerful belief that hard work, education, and ambition would guarantee success. Yet many entered adulthood during economic recessions, job instability, and rising living costs, creating a deep psychological gap between expectation and reality. This mismatch has led to increased stress, anxiety, and a constant feeling of falling behind, even when they are objectively doing well. Unlike previous generations who prioritize stability and financial security above all else, millennials tend to prioritize purpose, fulfillment, and mental well-being, often choosing meaningful work over high-paying but unfulfilling careers. This is not because they reject money, but because they have seen how unstable financial systems can be, leading them to seek something deeper and more controllable: personal meaning. Millennials are the first generation to live under constant digital comparison, where social media creates an illusion that everyone else is more successful, happier, and ahead in life. This leads to a psychological phenomenon known as comparison anxiety, where self-worth becomes tied to curated online realities rather than actual life experiences. Millennials report higher levels of anxiety and burnout compared to previous generations, largely due to constant connectivity, blurred work-life boundaries, and the pressure to always be productive. Unlike older generations, work no longer ends when the office closes, because emails, messages, and expectations follow them everywhere. Millennials are often criticized for delaying traditional milestones like marriage, home ownership, and starting families. But psychologically, this is less about avoidance and more about caution. Having witnessed financial instability and changing social norms, they prioritize emotional readiness, financial security, and personal growth before making long-term commitments. Despite facing uncertainty, millennials have developed extraordinary psychological resilience, becoming highly adaptable, open-minded, and capable of navigating rapid change. They are more aware of mental health, more accepting of diversity, and more willing to question outdated systems, which positions them as powerful agents of change. The biggest misconception about millennials is that they are weak, when in reality, they are navigating a far more complex and unpredictable world than any generation before them. Their behaviors are not flaws, but adaptations to a rapidly changing environment. So the next time you hear someone say millennials are lazy or entitled, ask yourself, are they really struggling? Or are they simply adapting to a world that no longer follows the old rules? And more importantly, are we all slowly becoming like them? If you found this perspective interesting, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to Mind Science Simplified for more deep insights into human psychology.